What's going on, guys? Welcome to our Rand Beyond's channel. In today's video, we're talking about the Galaxy Note 8. A lot of people are watching that video when I was talking about the Note 8 and of course saying that that was the phone of the year and that's the phone to buy. And I am surprised that many people were interested in the Galaxy Note 8. But then again, I had to think about all the people that used the Galaxy Note 7 that didn't want to even return their phone, but they had to because Samsung bricked the phone. So there's a lot of Galaxy Note 7 fans out there, and I'm not sure everyone realizes this, but most people out there that had a working phone, they didn't want to send the phone back to Samsung. They just wanted to continue using the phone. We're talking about a phone that is a phablet that's going to have a better screen than any other phone on the market. That's what I'm saying, because when I look at the Samsung technology for screens, again, it's the most impressive out there. There's not many other companies that can even compete with Samsung's technology like that. And then if we're talking about manufacturing, I find this interesting also, especially with Apple. The one thing they currently don't want to do is manufacture the hardware for their phones. I'm talking about actually manufacturing the parts for their phone like Samsung does. I don't know why Apple doesn't want to at least talk about possibly manufacturing their own phones that way, because Apple is a very successful company, so maybe they're just interested in that. But for their company to be even more successful, I would say manufacture your own phones completely. You're not going to have a situation where you continue to have these other manufacturers trying to manufacture those parts. Yes, we're saying manufacturing a lot because this is all about manufacturing. But again, with Samsung, they create the parts for their phone. They don't have to talk to another company about creating those parts. So with Samsung, you get a complete Samsung experience. With Apple, they have these other companies that have to go figure out how to create similar parts, such as with companies like Samsung. So if a company out there is trying to create a similar part to their phone that has to copy, no offense, what Samsung is doing, that's more time that's going to take to manufacture the phone. If you know Samsung has the best screens out there, then I would say just use Samsung screens. I'm saying that because I know that Samsung has some of the best screens out there. And if you're a fan of the iPhone and you want to purchase an iPhone 8, iPhone 8 Plus, and you really think that Apple has the best phones out there, I would say you would want the best screen on the phone. Why not? And if Samsung is competing with Apple, you know, the competition is there, but you want the best hardware. And I'm just saying, you know, this is something that Apple doesn't want to talk about, obviously, because when you go to Apple's website, they're not going to say, hey, the iPhone 8 with the Samsung screen. They don't want to say that. They just want to say it's an iPhone. We get it. But when we're talking about the best phones out there and how these phones are manufactured, there's a reason why I'm saying the Galaxy Note 8 is the best phone out of all the phones this year. It's going to be the phone of the year. And again, we're talking about how many people purchase the phone or whatever. It's not all about that, because when you have companies out there that have that brand loyalty, including Apple, and then we're talking about the situation of the Galaxy Note 7 and other people out there that might not have purchased a Galaxy phone, maybe they wouldn't want to purchase the Galaxy Note 8, but for the other people out there that purchased the Galaxy Note 7 and they thought that phone was the best and they had to return it, yeah, they're going to be purchasing that Galaxy Note 8 and it's going to be an awesome phone. I'm saying that, that's my personal opinion about it. I also think it's interesting when comparing these phones. You talk about LG and Huawei. You know, Huawei is one of those companies, and I am going to be creating a video talking about that company. They're a very interesting manufacturer. They are no joke. When you're talking about the quality of phones, the technology that they use, and then compare it to other manufacturers out there, they're really a noticeable company. I think Huawei should be the company that works with Google to manufacture the Pixel phones. I'm saying that because there's other manufacturers out there. It's not going to be Samsung because Samsung has the Galaxy phones. Google knows that. The whole world knows that Samsung has these Galaxy phones. But for a manufacturer of the Pixel phones, and I think it should be an exclusive manufacturer, meaning that Google does not continue to use different manufacturers for their phones. Pick one company you could work with, and then you're talking about a company that's going to be familiar with your company, and that is Google, and of course what the Pixel phones are all about. Now, when we're talking about the Pixel phones, the Pixel and Pixel XL, when you compare all the phones out there, these phones are going to be outdated really quickly. As soon as you purchase that phone, and we're talking about in comparison, maybe like when you purchase a car, as soon as you purchase that car, you realize that car is outdated because there's going to be another newer car out there. So when we're talking about these phones, same situation. You purchase that Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus, and already people are talking about the phone being outdated, such as myself, because you know what? That Galaxy Note 8, again, it's going to be a home run. It's going to be a better phone with better hardware, and it's going to be a much better version of what I think the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus should be. Now, that's not to say that people that purchase that phone don't have a fantastic phone. They have an awesome phone, but we're talking about how the phones are getting better, and I think the Galaxy Note 8 is going to be the better version of the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus. Now we're talking about the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus. Those screens have to change. They gotta remove that physical button. And then with the Pixel and Pixel XL, they gotta create better phones with a better design. And you can't purchase these phones and say, you know what, the design is not that awful when the phones are that expensive. That's what I'm talking about with these phones. You know, you want a phone with amazing design and an awesome experience. And you know people are going to be asking you about the phone that you purchased when you purchase a Galaxy phone. You know, with the S8 and S8 Plus, people are looking at that screen. Even with the Galaxy Note 8, people are going to say, what kind of phone is that? That's how it works with these phones. And when I look at the Pixel and Pixel XL, not exactly the best style. No offense. And then with the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, you have to improve the phone. This is what competition is about with all these phones and manufacturers. Who has the best phone? Who has the best design? And we're going to get some of the best phones out there. But I'd like to know what you guys think about all of this. Post your comments down below. Let me know who you think has the best phone of the year. If you're a fan of the Galaxy Note 8, let me know what kind of hardware you think the phone should have. And of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next video. Peace out.